So as I was talking about in the last video, how do we deal with the circular plane between the handles? And I drew this core cutter coming in, if this was in a solid slab of granite, at an angle to do that. Then what I realized is, you see, I just picked 45 degrees. I just picked the angle, which wasn't good, but it led me to my next thing, which was, okay, that would cut funny because of its approach. So I realized that the core cutter would actually have to be at a right angle to, you see there's a curve here, I'll accentuate that curve, but to a chord of that curve, it'd have to be at a right angle. Okay, this one I've done at 45 degrees. Hold on for a second and don't freak out when you see this next picture. Okay, so first of all, what I'm doing here is, you'll see there's a cube. So see this cube, just focus on these outside edges. And I haven't put the corner of the cube in just so you can see through, but this is a cube. Yep, let's say it's a cube of granite. Now these little, it's like I've drawn windows, okay? All I'm doing is finding the center point of the cube. That is the absolute center of the cube. That is the center of that block of granite. Okay, now on that center, I've drawn a circle. What I want you to imagine is a perfect sphere, and the center of that sphere being in the center of the cube. Okay, because we are talking about here, when we come back to the vase, we're talking about a spherical plane. I'm calling it a spherical plane. I don't know if plane's the right term, but we're dealing with imagining a sphere, but then only harnessing one edge of it. Now, if just to bring it home, I've just quickly sketched a picture of an orange, and credit to Art of Wayho, who quickly taught me how to draw an orange on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description or somewhere, or on our community page, on our community feed of my channel. But just imagine that this circle here is simply, if you sliced the center out of the orange and threw these two halves away, and then you turn it, so you're looking down the edge of the slice of orange. Imagine if you had a little slice of some citrus put in your drink, per se, if you were having a cocktail. We're looking down that line there. Okay, so if you flip that around, this is one cut through of the sphere at the very center. Okay, now you'll see here I've drawn the handles. Okay, these are our handles. So we're imagining the handles are there. This whole form is just encased in a solid block of granite, a solid cube of granite. These are all projected measurements into the center of the block. Okay, so how do I polish these spherical curves in using the core drill? Well, as you can see here, I've drawn a chord through here to get a right angle. That right angle off that chord gives me my core drilling trajectory, and then the curve of that sphere, which is also the curvature I want in that point of my vase, is mirrored out here. So that's the curvature of the concave of the head, the drill head if you like, of putting this core back in. So you could core down to a certain depth and break off, and you have a rough jagged edge here. Then you could fashion the rough end of that core perhaps, okay, into that nice concave. Or you may use a slightly bigger core to soak up the tolerance or the gap left by the thickness of your copper core drill. And you would work your way around. Okay, so they would be able to calculate using this method exactly where to enter a cube to make their cuts. So I'll carry on in the next video.